Well, what do we have here today but the Queen Studios INART 1/12 Batman The Dark Knight Rises action figure? Big fat thank you and 2 thumbs up to INART for contacting me so that I could review this figure. It's very, very cool because they sent me the deluxe version to review in this video. Dark Knight Trilogy. And again, Dark Knight Trilogy on this side of the box. Now, even though it looks like I've opened this thing and already had a peekaroo based on the fact that the tape has been cut, I swear to Rayo, I haven't actually opened this thing up. I just cut the tape when I was removing the plastic film. For real, I'm not kidding. Okay, so let's just open this bad boy up, and here is what we get. An apparently suffocated Batman. I'm kidding. It just looks like he's wearing a Snuggie. Okay, so let's pull the top layer. Oh, these are taped together. Hang on a second. I can't find my knife. I'm gonna have to use these to open the tape up. These little cutty cuts. All right, so let's open that up. Ooh, this is good value here. 2 bits of styrofoam and the silica gel. Don't eat that. All right, so there's some stuff here that comes in the package, so we'll take that out. Oh, and there's some more stuff there. I like how securely packaged everything is. I mean, sure, this stuff falls out. Down it goes. But all the little things, like the hands, the batarangs, and the bottom of the mouths, they're all securely taped in there. Wow, that's a mess. Hang on. Let me just work some magic on it, and poof! Okay, and here we are with everything all out, all laid before us. This is everything that we got in the package. INART with this Batman has provided an array of alternate interchangeable hands, 3 separate guns, the largest being the EMP rifle, followed by the sticky bomb gun, and then Batman's grapple gun. This Batman also comes with 4 batarangs, 2 large and 2 small. Batman also comes with an alternate interchangeable Bruce Wayne head sculpt, which, just look at this thing. This is fantastic. This looks exactly like Christian Bale. I really like this. They have nailed it. Nailed it. Perfection incarnate in a Christian Bale Bruce Wayne head sculpt. I love this. As well as Batman coming with 2 more interchangeable mouth areas for his cowl. And of course, this Batman figure comes with an action figure base with a neat, shiny little Batman Trilogy logo on the front. And it is nice that Batman comes with this little booklet here, so you can see what he's supposed to come with, as well as how to use the interchangeable hands and the heads and the face plates. There's even a handy little section that goes through the articulation points of this Batman. This is fantastic. They are well prepared with this Batman figure to answer any and all questions we might have. And finally, we have the Batman figure itself. Just having it up on the spinner here for a second before I get it up close in front of us, you can really see that they've gone the extra mile to make sure that this figure looks as exacting as possible to the original screen-worn Christian Bale Batman costume. And the cape itself, how you attach it, you just pop off the chest. It's held on there with magnets, and then you pop the clasps that come attached to the cape into the holes, and then you pop the magnetized chest portion of Batman's suit back onto the body, and voila! Batman now has a cloth goods cape. And we're just going to pop him back up on the spinner here one more time before we take the close-up in-hand look at this figure. And I gotta say, I'm calling it now. This is my favorite. This is the best Christian Bale 6-inch scale Batman figure I have ever seen. Now, having this guy right here in hand, let's take a nice close-up look at this Batman figure. And boy, oh boy, did they do a great job. Look at that. I feel like I'm actually looking at the movie right now. This looks so good. This is so perfect. Like that Batman utility belt looks so great. I am wildly impressed. Wildly impressed by the quality that INART is putting out with this Batman figure. Wildly impressed. I am absolutely stoked I don't know what to say about these details just because they're so good. Like, hopefully they're speaking for themselves here. And hopefully you're coming to your own conclusions with your own thoughts in your head, because I just don't know what to say. This is a super, super high quality figure. You know, you've got the different panels and all of the texturing in his suit that looks green accurate. Look at the knee pads. Look at these boots. The boots themselves have texture to them. You can see that there. Look at that. The boots look great. And is that a zipper I see? Did they actually include the zipper up the side of Batman's boots? My gosh. Just a fantastic job. I am rarely as speechless as this when it comes to a figure that I'm reviewing. And I am with this one. I am finding myself just that impressed with what they've done here. I mean, just check out that facial sculpt. That is the best Christian Bale Batman facial profile I've ever seen in a figure that is not a 1/6 scale action figure. Now, the fabric for this Batman's cloth goods cape is really quite fantastic. For one, you can see all this nice pleating that goes up on the inside of the cape there. That is really cool looking, and there is a lot of cape. That is very cool. If you want to, it can kind of drape over his shoulders a little bit. Not so much over the shoulders, but I don't think the cape has really been designed to do that, which you can tell by all of the pleating. All of this pleating in the cape really does show that it's supposed to be more of an over-the-shoulder type cape. Perhaps a lot of people will feel that this cape could have been better if it was a wired cape, and I can totally understand that, wanting this cape to be wired, having wires run along both sides of this cape. However, the complication is once you get to the bottom of this cape with all the pleating, then how do you handle the bottom of the cape wires? Well, I suppose the easy answer would have been to run a wire down the middle, and then maybe another wire in between the middle and the end, and wires in this cape, like 5 wires, would have really helped this cape stand out as something special. But I can say as is, again, the fabric for this cape is really nice. It's really soft and really supple. This is a fantastic quality fabric. As for comparisons, well, first I'm going to compare him to 2 Mafex action figures. We have the Ben Affleck Batman movie figure and also the Hush Batman figure on either side of him. So this is going to give you an idea of the scale of what you're looking at with this figure. And then just for funsies, I thought I would slap in 2 more Batman figures of the Keaton variety. One is an SH Figuarts, and the other one is a Mezco 1/12 Collective. Yeah, I am just so impressed. Let's actually do the articulation and see what Batman gets as far as posability. So, Batman's head sculpt is attached to the neck. So you've got Batman's noodle, and there's an articulation point at the bottom of the neck and the top of the neck. So you can get Batman to look right down. That is so very good. And to look right up. That's good. That is like a human range of articulation. I like that a lot. Off to the side. Off to the side again. Not bad. All the way around. Feels like he has, a very human range of articulation there. And then because these shoulder pads move out of the way, they're on little rounded hinges there, so they can move right out of the way. What do we get for his arm articulation? So there is his T-pose capability. That's pretty good. I like that. And then of course they're going to go around because they're in a butterfly socket. So they go all the way around like that. That's actually a pretty good range of motion. Let's see. Let's add the elbow in there. And they crunch up quite nicely. Yeah, those are pretty nice. And when we take his body and mash his arms forward, he can actually move his arm like that far. So that's pretty good. What does he have? Does he have any kind of swivel? He does. He's got a bicep swivel right here. If you look where the suit right here, he's got a bicep swivel right there. So that'll do the 360 that's needed. Does he have anything? Does he have any rotation down here? I don't know if I would say that that's rotation. It's a little bit of movement, but I'm not sure that that's actually supposed to move. And then he's got the wrists, which are on little tiny hinges, I'm going to say by the looks of it. And they're not super articulated, but he does get a little bit. So he's got the bicep swivel, the double jointed elbows. He's got the nice articulated shoulders. What does he have in the torso? So he looks down, about that, from the torso, looks up. Okay, not a lot back until you start adding the waist in. When you add the waist in, Batman can look down about that and look up about that. So back is not super great. Forward is fantastic in comparison to what he would get in real life with this suit on. Or at least it's believable to how much he would be actually able to crunch forward. And of course, this is also going to spin in the torso. So he's got an articulation point here and here, if you see that moving. So the armor kind of moves with him. That's interesting. I like that. Of course, we've seen the waist, and if you move the belt up, you can actually see how the waist is attached. Move the belt back down so it covers up the unsightly articulation point. And you've also got rotation right here in the thighs. He's got a thigh cut that is fantastic. And then you've got, let's move this up. Is it a drop hinge? Is this a drop hinge? I don't think it's a drop hinge. So I'm going to say it's not, but that's what he's got in the groin. I'm not really sure what you would call that. I suppose that's a ball joint of some kind, but it goes forward nicely. Not that you can see it because it's blurry. Come on, camera. Stop acting like a doofus. There we go. So we got the legs going forward nicely, going back nicely, and then we have the splats, as you've seen. So I do kind of wish they could go up a little bit further, but remember, with every action figure, you're looking at form and function, and the more articulated it is, the more cuts you got to make, and the bigger the cuts got to be to get more articulation, quite often, not always. Here's his double jointed knee that looks really good. Yeah, the sculpting of the figure and the way they put it together really hides it. They continue with the look of the suit all the way down through the knee there. Do we have anything below the boot? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, yeah, no, we don't. Oh, wait a minute. We do. We do. Look at that. You see it moving? We do have articulation there. Then why was the other one not moving? That one might have been tight. I'm really pushing it. Okay, so we do have articulation there. And then we have the ankle. And what does the ankle do? Forward, forward. Back, back. And they're, by the looks of it, on rounded hinges that, oh, well, these pivot nicely. Look at that. These are fantastic. And then we have toe articulation on both of his feet. Nice. And as usual, I forgot to show people what the bottom of his feet looks like, so you might as well get a little peek at them now. Here's what the grips on the bottom of his boots look like. So now, what do I think about this Batman figure? Honestly, you've been here, you've been with me this whole time, and you have heard my excitement while reviewing this guy. This is a fantastic, awesome collector's piece. If you're someone who's a Batman fan, or a Christian Bale Batman fan specifically, this is definitely going to be for you. What makes it super cool is that you get all of this fantastic detail mashed, condensed, squished into a 1/12 scale action figure. Now I know at this point there's probably some of you out there that are wondering, how am I going to get my hands on this? When can I get it? How much is it going to be? Well, fear not, I have all of that information too. First, the figure will be available to pre-order on the 28th of March, and the price will be $51 for the standard version. That's the one that does not come with the base and the unmasked head, and $69 American for the deluxe. That's the one that does come with the unmasked version and the base. And with that being said, good luck. I hope that everyone who wants to get this figure can get your hands on it. I will mention that North America, Latin America, Hungary, Ukraine, Turkey, Belarus, and Russia are not able to buy this figure directly, but we all know that this action figure will end up being sold on other adult collectible action figure geek-friendly websites. So just keep your eyes open and good luck. And with that, I guess that's all for me. So have yourself a super awesome DC day and take care.